Alrighty, I have a really exciting construction update for you guys, especially for those of you who have been waiting a really long time for this update, and I promise you, a lot is going on. If you're not subscribed to us on Patreon, which I do highly encourage you to do, we post daily, especially on weekdays, to the best of our ability, construction updates on AlpenFury and other stuff. It is 100% worth it, so join us over there. Outside of that, let's get right into it. Walter's group is full steam ahead, like full steam ahead. You're going to see it in a second, but as you see here, they are prepping the supports to go in. Essentially what they do every day is they bring two of those flatbeds, those little big wagons is what I call them, into the park with track or supports, and they work on that segment for that day. They have done an incredible job of taking what looked like it was super behind and bringing it to such a great place that calms me down a lot in terms of when this coaster is going to open. And I'm really excited to see them just tackle their way over to Extreme Skyflyer's plot of land. So the one thing is they are definitely running out of supports in the parking lot, so hopefully that picks up. Another cool thing I wanted to show you guys is the new single-use machines and wait time screens are installed at Yukon Striker, Behemoth, and Leviathan. I don't know if any other rides are going to get them, but that's where they are right now, so I thought I would share that with you. As you can see on the screen, they have done a lot. So right here, they've gotten the supports installed. It appears what they're doing is they're tackling all the supports. So they've worked their way over from the brake run over to the pullout of that first element and the return element right before it does those last little inversion. They haven't installed any more tracks, so as you can see here, they're digging out what looks like the foundation. I'm assuming foundation because I can see little cement pods. It looks like the structure for the station is going to take up a lot of that area. But the reason they haven't put the supports in this specific section, they skipped over it, is they've been water evacing the footings for that first two inversions after you launch out of the mountain. So they are still working on those, and they don't want to get in the way, and they haven't locked themselves in. So they've skipped over to this part. There are a lot of low-to-the-ground moments, so if you look really closely, some significantly, oh my god, tongue twister, low elements there. So as you can see here, they brought in some supports. Didn't get a lot done in terms of supports today compared to yesterday. Again, if you're a Patreon, you would know what I'm talking about. But if you look here, that foundation that they are digging out is incredible. Obviously, it's going to house some of the electrical, but again, I want to remind you guys that the electrical was laid last season. So the electrical for the booster launch at minimum was done last season, but they could be upgrading the electrical unit as well. It is definitely giving electrical vibes, but there are some cement foundations in there. So that's what leads me to believe that it's for the foundation as well. But we'll have to wait and see. I know in the City News video, Grace said the station would be the last thing they work on, but that could be the station building timber kits and not the foundation. They're going to want to get the foundation done, so that's what I'm assuming it is. Here's another angle. You're going to get a really cool angle. Again, I fly from 3 different spots now because I want to get all the angles of AlpenFury, more specifically for the documentary that I'm working on. So here's some awesome shots for you guys. Nothing going on really in the Extreme Skyflyer plot of land. A lot of the work is going on inside the mountain currently. Outside of that, if I was to make an honest prediction, we could be over at the Extreme Skyflyer plot of land by the end of next week. That is a really crazy prediction, but this group is moving very quickly, and that has a lot to do with their expertise. They've done a lot bigger projects than AlpenFury, and I'll explain that in a second. But over here at the top of the mountain, they've now enclosed the exit hole to AlpenFury coming out of that launch, so that's now been enclosed. So Walters is typically renowned for building these massive bridges and these skyscrapers. So a project like AlpenFury is like a walk in the park for Walters, and it's really shown. Not to like, you know, speak just pure bliss about this company, but it's just shown in the work. I watched this team building AlpenFury take a support for AlpenFury off a flatbed and down onto a wooden thing in the span of 5 minutes. I then watched them take that same support, lift it up, install it, and have it bolted into the footing in 10 minutes. It's insane. Now I'm back onto topic. Mindbuster at Canada's Wonderland is receiving a gravity group renovation. And as you can see here, you can see with those bents in the track, the shaping of the new airtime hills. So there's going to be 3 airtime hills, 2 very low to the ground kind of bumps of air, and this one that they're going to reprofile very shortly. Now, in the park, in the parking lot, not the park, we have these the track that the track will sit on. I don't know what they're called. Pardon me. Jake's gonna rip me a new one for this one. But these are the vertical stacked track segments that Gravity Group is famous for. At least I assume. It looks like what we see on other projects. I'll put it up on the screen. And they slide into each other, and they form that technology that Gravity Group is renowned for in creating that resilient, smoother wooden coaster experience. So they've started to arrive. That's really exciting. And this is going to be a really great project. So this is that I was talking about. Image of Gravity Group vertically stacked technology. But I'm really excited to see this because it seems like Mindbuster is going to be under a multi-year renovation, and this could really save the ride. And in fact, when they're done at the end of 2026, if that's when they choose to do the Helix as well, because that's going to be about 1,300 feet of track if they choose to do that, that's really going to change Mindbuster and make it a top 5 attraction at Canada's Wonderland. When I say top 5, I'm referring to Yukon, Behemoth, Leviathan, and now AlpenFury. This will solidify it as that top 5 experience, and it really helps elevate like what used to be a star attraction at Canada's Wonderland and has fallen through the cracks, but in my personal opinion, it's a great ride, one of my favorites. But it'll really help elevate it for the average audience. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, anyways, thanks for joining us here. Again, join us on Patreon for daily updates and other stuff like ride removal, and have a good one. Bye.